So if you have a 5 by 5 square, let's think about that. Here's a little square. It's 5 by 5. Do you agree? Do y'all get that? What if I double the side lengths and create another square? What is that going to be? 5 by 5 doubled is going to be what?
10 by 10.
I will now have a 10 by 10 square. I'm doubling the size. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? How do my areas compare? What's the area of my first? No, the area. 25. Why? 5 times 5 or 5 squared is 25. What about my other one? It is 10 squared or 10 times 10. Do y'all agree with that? And what's 10 squared? So, do you agree from here to here I doubled the sides?
Yeah.
But what happened to my area? It got bigger by how much? By doubling? No. Not adding. What did it multiply by? Times 4. So we're going to talk about why that happens and what's going on today. So, on your paper right here, we are going to go through each steps as a class with my graph paper. And we are going to figure out what happens when you multiply dimensions. So right here it says, on a graph paper, I'm going to do this part, you're going to write on the paper. On a graph paper, rectangle ABCD has a length of 3 units and 2 units wide. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, and 2 units wide. Does everybody agree I just drew what it said? What is the perimeter of this rectangle? What does perimeter mean? Add up all the sides. Well, what's this side right here? 3. And what's this side up here? 2. So what do I do to add up all the sides? 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2. What is that? 5 plus 5 is 10. So everybody for their perimeter put 10. What about the area? How do I find the area here? How many boxes are inside? 6. And couldn't you just do 3 times 2? Do y'all agree with that? Okay. Now I'm going to do rectangle 2. Rectangle 2 says draw another rectangle similar to this one, but it wants me to double the dimensions. So instead of a 3 by 2, what am I going to do? 6 by 4. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what does it say to name this one? E, F, G, and H. And do we agree this is 6 and 4? What is going to be my perimeter now? What is 6 plus 4? Plus 6 plus 4? 20. My new perimeter is 20. What about my new area? What is 6 times 4? 24. What happened from the perimeter from here to here? It doubled. Do you agree it went from 10 to 20? That's times 2. It doubled. Times 2. What happened to the area from here to here? It multiplied. Do you agree 6 times what gives me 24? It times by 4. Oh, we're going to talk about where we got the 4 from in just a second. Now it says draw another rectangle, JKLM, similar to ABCD, but with a scale factor of 3 to 1. What does it want me to do to my dimensions? Times them by 3. So I'm going to multiply, instead of doing 6, what's my next one going to be? 9. And instead of doing 2, what's it going to be? Okay, I can't do 6. So I'm going to do 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And what letters is it?
JKLM.
JKLM. So this one is 9, and this one up here is 6. Now, what's my perimeter going to be? What's 9 plus 6? Plus 9 plus 6? 30. What happened to my perimeter here? If I multiply the dimensions by 3, what happens to the perimeter? It started at 10. Now it's 30. What did it do? By 3. How do I find the area here? 9 times 6 is 54. How do the areas compare here if it was 6 and now it's 54?
Plus 30.
I don't want you to do any plus multiply. It's times what? 9. Times 9. All right. If I multiply my dimensions by 5, what do you think is going to happen to my perimeter? If I multiply the dimensions by a scale factor of 5, what's going to happen to the perimeter? Smaller. Well, what happened when I did times 2? Starting from the beginning. If I multiply it by 5, my perimeter will also multiply by 5. This is what I need you to learn today. Whatever you do to your dimensions, the same thing is going to happen to the perimeter. Look, right here we doubled. What does double mean? Times 2. What happened to my perimeter the first time? Times 2. Right here we tripled. Times 3. What happened to my perimeter? Times 3. So for perimeter, whatever your scale factor is, that's what happens to your perimeter. You multiply by the same thing. Now, was area the same way? I was at 6 and I got to 24. What did we multiply by? 4. I was at 6 and then I got to 54. What did we end up multiplying there? 9. So what if I have a scale factor of 5? What am I going to multiply by to find the area? Any guesses? Did it multiply by the same thing for area? No. What did it multiply by? How did we get 4 and 9? Where did these numbers come from? 4 and 9. If I'm doubling, why would it multiply times 4? Not 15. If I'm tripling, why would it multiply by 9? Do you agree that 9 is 3 squared? Yeah. Do you agree that 4 is 2 squared? And so what would 5, if my scale factor is 5, what would I multiply by? Why 25? Because that's 5 squared. For area, you are always going to multiply by that number squared. Why? Well, hey, look over here. Yeah. Do you agree that this right here, we got this by doing 2 times 2? And do you agree this one right here we got by doing 2 times 3? Right? Isn't that what I did? And then right here we did 3 times 2 and 3 times 3. How much more did I multiply this by from this one? 2 times 2 is 4. That's why this is 4 times as much area. This one, we tripled the dimensions. Didn't I multiply both dimensions by 3? What's 3 times 3? That's why this area is 9 times. Because you have to take into account both dimensions. 25, exactly. So if I'm going to multiply the dimensions by 5, then I'm multiplying the length times 5 and the width times 5. So my area will be 5 times 5, which is 25 times bigger. Turn your paper over. We're not going to do this top part. We are just going to go to this chart. So, right here it gives us the scale factor. Can we figure out the dimension changes? I need everybody to look up, please. If my scale factor is 2, what am I going to multiply the perimeter by? 2. If my scale factor is 3, what do I multiply the perimeter by? 3. What if I multiplied the perimeter by 4? What's my scale factor? 4. They're going to be the same number always. Scale factor, perimeter will be the same. What if I multiply it by 1/5? Times 1/5. What about my area? If my scale factor, we'll do this one last. If my scale factor is 2, what am I going to multiply the area by? Not 2. 2 squared, which is 4. For area, you always take the number, you always take the scale factor and square it. What if my scale factor is 3? What am I going to multiply by? 3 squared is 9. What if it's 4? 4 squared is 16. Marco, you writing this down with me? DJ, you writing this down? What if it's 1/5? Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna do 1/5 squared. Do you know 1/5 squared? No. If you don't, let's go to Desmos. And we're gonna do 1/5 squared is what? Now I don't want a decimal. So what do I do if I don't want a decimal? Hit this fraction button. What is it? You just square the top and the bottom. What is 1 squared? 1. What's 5 squared? 25. So it's 1 over 25. But again, you have Desmos. You could totally use Desmos. Now, what if I did 64? How can I go backwards? What is the square root? I have to go backwards. What is the square root of 64? 8. Because technically this is 8 squared. Bless you. So this is a scale factor of 8. Y'all, that is what you are going to be asked on your test on Thursday about this. That's it. If I give you a perimeter, you're going to write the same number. Bless you. Maybe. I don't know. If I give you an area, you have to do that number squared. All right? That is my lesson for today. Yep. So I would like you to please put this in your back pocket. Oh, you still have an activity. Don't worry.
Wait, was I supposed to put in this last one?
I didn't grade it, but yes. But I didn't grade it. All right. What we are going to do now. Yeah, if there's any in there. All right. What we are going to do now is we are going to play Name That Movie. You are not going to yell out the movie. You are going to write it down on your paper. So, I'm going to give you, it's the time right here is 14:20. I'm going to give you 2 minutes. I want you, not even 2 minutes. I'll give you 1 minute. I want you to do number 1 real quick. You need to have Desmos up on your computer. Do number 1. When it turns to 15:30, we are going to name that movie. So do number 1. Go. Huh? That's fine. Yeah. You got 30 more seconds to do number 1. All right, the area of a parallelogram is 150 centimeters squared. Find the height. Well, what do I know about the area of a parallelogram? It's base times height. If you did not write this down, please write this down. On your test on Thursday, almost every question has a box for work. If you get everything wrong and show me some type of work, hopefully we don't get everything wrong because really some of them are super basic. But if you were to get everything wrong but show work, you would at least make like a 35. 35 points are strictly showing work. Vice versa, if you get everything right but show me no work, you could fail. Yeah, I need to see your work. All right, so what do I know here? Area is 150. What else do I know? I know this base is 15. I do not know the height. How do I find the height? Divide. What is 150 divided by 15? C was my answer. Do I have any questions? All right, you are not saying this out loud. You are writing down this movie once I find it. Here we go. Write it down if you know it.
Is this old or new?
This is old. This is like before my time.
I feel like I've seen it. I just don't know.
Yeah, it's a classic. I would call it a classic. You're not going to know all of them. I tried to do a wide variety for everybody. All right, next question. I'm going to give you, again, 1 minute to solve it. Go. Remember, I need to see work. Be careful, it is a triangular wall, not a rectangular wall. Triangular wall. All right. Yep, as I was walking around, that's the biggest thing I saw is I even saw some rectangles, John. Triangle. What is the formula for triangle? 1/2. What's my base? 8. What's my height? 9. And what is 1/2 8 times 9? 36 is my answer. Do I have any questions about that? Biggest thing people get that wrong is they forget the 1/2. All right, ready to name that movie? Write it down, please.
Oh, shoot. How do you say that? It's like
Sound it out in your head.
it doesn't matter if you don't get it quite.
Yeah, I'm a math teacher. I can't even sit here and count off points. All right, I would like you to do number 3. I'm going to give you 1 minute to do number 3. Go. This is just what we just learned. You forgot already? A parallelogram is reduced by multiplying each dimension by 1/2. Fill in the blanks to make the sentences true. What's going to happen to the perimeter of the parallelogram? What's it going to multiply by for perimeter? 1/2. Remember, perimeter and the dimensions, it will be the same number. 1/2, 1/2, same thing. What about the area? What's going to happen to the area? 1/2 what? Squared. What is 1/2 squared? And if you don't know, use that beautiful Desmos. It is 1/4. So the area of the new parallelogram is 1/4. The area. You just square it for area. We okay with that? That's a test question. All right, name this movie, please.
What the?
None of y'all know this?
No. No. We don't like anime.
It's.
But nobody know the name of it. Like, there's no.
I think it starts with a P.
Oh, P. Wow, that's.
Not Pikachu.
Wow, that's so helpful. Like, wow.
You put P.
So helpful.
Nobody in here knows it?
No.
Somebody's got to. Somebody's got to.
No.
I actually don't know.
Okay. Okay. All right. Be careful on number 4. I'm going to give y'all like, I'll give you a minute and a half.
Wait, we're saying a 4?
We're already on number 4. Go.
Wait, what shape did you say? What shape did you say that was?
Oh, read what it's at. Oh,
Nurse, for number 6, what shape is that?
6. Well, you got to figure that out. I can't tell you. Number 4, you are finding both perimeter. I'll give you 2.5 minutes for this. Perimeter and area for number 4. Perimeter and area. For perimeter, you cannot just add those numbers. You'll get it wrong if you just add those numbers.
Wait, if you just add those numbers for perimeter, that's wrong?
There are more numbers than just those 4. Those are not the only sides.
Oh, like this.
What's today, the 22nd? Logan's birthday, Emily's birthday. Okay, I gotta remind myself of this. Hannah had a birthday, Caitlin had a birthday. Okay. Jonas had a birthday.
That's not really
How did y'all break this up? How'd y'all break it up? Straight up and down or left and right? Straight up and down like this?
How would you do it?
You can make this little one right here. Yeah. Alright, so if you did straight up and down, what is the base of this little one down here? 8. Because do you agree 20 plus 8 is 28? Alright, and then for perimeter, you also need, y'all look up real quick, you also need to find this little edge right there for perimeter. Because if you forget that, you'll get it wrong. So how do I find that little edge right there?
8 minus 20.
Not 8 minus 20. So do you see how this edge goes up and down? You need to look at the ones that are also up and down. What's your up and down side? Your vertical sides. 16 and 12. What is 16 minus 12? 4. So this little one right here is 4. So for perimeter, I'm going to add those all together. 12 plus 28 plus 16 plus 20 plus 4 plus 8. And I have no idea what that is, so I'm going to actually do that. Did y'all get 88? 88 feet is my perimeter. How do I find the area? Got to split it up. What's my base? I'm going to do it inside the shape. What is my base here for this one? 8. What's my height? And 8 times 12 is 96. For this one right here, what is my base? 20. What is my height? And what is 20 times 16? So what do I do to find the area? What is 96 plus 320? 416 feet squared is my answer. What questions can I answer about this? Any questions? All right. Name this movie.
What is that? Okay.
So I know I've seen my parents watch
So,
this, but
what
I
I
don't know
see-
the actual name.
Y'all never seen this?
What I see
No.
But that doesn't help. Try now.
It's a Marvel movie.
It is a Marvel movie.
Right? It is a Marvel movie. 100%.
China Man.
I don't know.
You don't watch Marvel?
No.
Who does know?
All right, turn your paper over. A square shown contains 4 congruent circles, each with a diameter of 20. So diameter, remember, is the whole thing is 20. How do I find the area of this shaded region? I'm going to do this one with you. How do I find the area of this shaded region?
Add up the like 20 plus 20.
Close.
20 times 4.
How do you find the area of anything shaded?
Find the area of the square and
I have to find the area of the big shape, the outer shape, first. What's my outer shape you just said? A square. Well, what is the side of this square? Why 40? 20 and 20 is? And do you agree that will also work this way as well? This will also be 40. So if I do base times height, what is 40 times 40? Anybody?
1,600.
1,600. Now what is my smaller shape? Circle. What's the formula for area of a circle? What is my radius for these circles? No, that's my diameter. What's my radius? 10. 20 is the whole thing. The radius is 10. And what is 10 squared? 100. My answer is not going to be 100 though. What is it? 100 pi. And what else? Do you agree there are 4 circles? So what am I going to need to do here? Times 4. And what is 100 times 4? So what is the answer to the area of the shaded region? And you leave it like this. If there is a circle in your problem, there should be a pie in your answer. If there is a circle in your problem, there should be a pie in your answer. And usually, it will have like an equation.
You also put like centimeters or whatever.
Yeah, if this is units, yeah, you would just write units squared like that. Yep. Write that down if you do not have that down. All right, let's see if the next movie is easier for y'all.
Oh,
no.
Wait, no. Is that no,
Y'all really don't know these?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I know it.
This is like another classic.
Is this another complication? Like, for life. Maybe.
Maybe if I had the updated one. It's the movie that
I was right. Oh my
Yes,
God.
I know.
Your version.
you ever watch. Yeah, there's this TV show that's based off of this movie. Cobra Kai is based off of this movie.
Wait, is that his spell it?
All right. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 problems I want you to do on your own. You have 15 minutes, and then turn this in. If you can please look up, I'm going to give you the movies now. Next movie.
Oh.
What the heck?
It's
If you don't know this, the literal name is in the picture.
What's
Oh.
it?
No.
Shh. It's in the picture. It's in the picture. All right, next one.
Oh my gosh,
God,
I've seen
I've
this on
seen this.
TikTok. But I don't know.
Y'all have never seen this? Oh my goodness.
No,
I've never seen this, but I know I've seen
I need to
it
watch
before.
it. I want to watch it so bad.
Are we on number 7?
We're,
Yeah.
Okay, this is 7. 8.
Oh.
Oh, that one didn't.
I'm not really
That's number 8?
This is number 8.
I don't understand this one at all.
The only reason I knew is because they're wearing pink, because it's the only one.
And then 9.
Oh wow, how can I forget this one? I don't understand.
Oh, there's not a 10, but this would be 10.
Go back to 7.
Yeah, I'll go back.
No clue what that is.
Y'all don't know what this one is?
No, 7. I think I know. I think that's.
Dang.
I do know.
Why you didn't put these?
Are these easier?
Yes.
Yes.
Harry Potter.
Okay, I'll go switch them around for next period. Sorry.
Okay, can I put one of those at
This
the
is
end?
7.
So can I just choose one of the last ones?
I still need 3.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
All right. Y'all have the rest of the class period. Again, I need you to finish those 1, 2, 3, 4 problems and turn them in.